Hello Internet and welcome back to Unnamed Planet Coaster Park 1. Today we're adding the perfect B&M Hyper because the old gen Hypers are better than the new ones and it's not even close. If you want a reason, too bad, because it's just my opinion. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of generic buildings and boring commentary, because that's what I'm good at. Hello Internet, we are back in our brand new park series. So yeah, today we're building B&M Hyper. Yeah, this is a cool one. So I haven't built a B&M Hyper since that one video last year, I think, and then so it's been about over a year. And then in a park, I haven't built one in a park since 2022, I think, or 2023. I can't remember what it is. It might be 3. So it's been a bit since I built a B&M Hyper, but this is like easily my best one. So yeah, I don't really think there's any like problems with this coaster. I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, this is mainly inspired by Nitro, Raging Bull, Goliath, no, I'm just kidding. There's only 2 Goliaths that are B&M Hypers. So yeah, this is a really cool one. The first few elements are literally just Nitro but shorter. That's literally what it is. Like, I did actually do a recreation of Nitro back in the day for Planet Coaster 1. Never finished it. I actually deleted it because I realized, oh wait, the lift hill's too shallow. Or no, it was too steep. Yeah, it was just dumb of me. I should have used the Pythagorean theorem to figure out, or no, I should just use a calculator to figure out what the angle of this lift hill needed to be. Because I've done that a couple times for some coasters. It's taken a while for me to do the hammerhead turn. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So I have been busy in this park. We have done a giant chunk of land today. I haven't really worked on it since I finished this episode, mainly because I've been struggling to figure out what the heck I'm gonna put in next. I genuinely don't know. I tried an infinity coaster. I don't know. I like the idea of having an infinity coaster, but it doesn't. I don't think it works for the plot of land we have. And I don't know, because like, I know I want to have a rapids underneath the hyper coaster. That would be really cool. But other than that, it's kind of hard to put anything like on the lake without it like looking ugly. And like, obviously, like, I might honestly just go to that other side of the park we did, but I kind of just want to like work my way around the hyper first. But I don't know. We could move around a little bit. So yeah, yeah. This hammerhead turnaround is always a pain to make because Nitro's is profiled super weirdly. Like, you can't. There's only like a few pictures of it on the internet from like good angles that you can copy it from. It flows right, so I'm happy with it. But yeah, so now we are done with the Nitro section of the ride, and we're going on to Raging Bull. So literally the next 2 elements are just the exact same as Raging Bull with a little bit of profiling differences. Like, that hill probably turns differently, and the turnaround after it is a little different. It's actually not even a turnaround, it just turns 90 degrees. Or 270 degrees, because it does a, yeah, it does a weird helix thing. Except not a helix, like an overbank, but not. I don't know, you'll see in a second. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm thinking about what to put in this park next. But yeah, so anyway. Yeah. Thanks for the support on the first episode of the park. That's done really well. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna just release episodes whenever they're ready, because I don't really have that much time to work on this park this summer. I'm a very busy guy. yeah, very busy person, so just got stuff to do, you know, real life. But yeah, whenever I do have plenty of time to work on it though, so it's just I mainly gotta find inspiration and figure out what I'm gonna build. So yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the real world. We got Alpine Fury open this weekend. We could put a Premier multi-launch in this spot. It'd be a little weird because I don't know. It'd just be weird because I kind of want to do I don't want that to be. It would have to be like the newest coast, one of the newest coast park. And I really don't want to waste that spot. Just like you want to make sure you have something really good you want to put there. And I don't really know. So I'm so tired. It's only 12:26 in the morning. Well, no, in the afternoon. It's not early at all. I'm just really tired. I've been playing guitar all morning. That's like my 4th instrument. I play way too many instruments. I really should just pick one, but you know, yeah, my fingers hurt. Yeah, so I got 13 minutes to kill, or 15 minutes to kill. So yeah, we're pretty much about done the layout. This is like what we decided on for the layout, and I like it. It's a B&M Hyper, pretty realistic. You know, most of the stuff has precedence besides like the last few elements. Like it might need to trim a little bit on the more on the mid course, because right now it's like insane. It's like RMC level ejector. Not really. It's like Goliath level ejector. The only problem is like that drop before the airtime hill might be a little too intense, like the snap into it. But other than that, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, I am doing 4 meter like I always do. Now, this is before I deleted my mods, so I did check. It let me smooth it after, so you can make this without mods, which is the important thing. So that's a good thing. I'm happy about that. That you don't need mods to make a coaster like this, or to make this exact coaster. So that's a good thing. And yeah, so yeah. What else has happened in the real world? Kingda Ka has been delivered to Texas, and markers have been spotted on the site. That is the big thing. The announcement will probably come in late August, early September, like normal. That's when announcement season usually starts. Over Texas might announce theirs earlier. It's because they've been teasing theirs for months now. We do know Great Adventure's getting a new coaster. Like, they're definitely not delaying it. Probably. It's just like construction delays. People gotta remember that Kingda Ka went vertical in September and opened in May. So, and that was only delayed because of the complex nature of the ride. So we're definitely the coaster's definitely opening next year. People have said that the ride is, or some trusted people who first said that Kingda Ka was getting removed have said that construction should be starting soon. We should be seeing track pieces arrive on site eventually. Just because Mach is manufacturers, we all know it's the Mach Exchange Center, by the way. Like, we're not even gonna kid ourselves. We all know what it is. I really would wish it'd be like just them recreating Kingda Ka, but it won't be. You know, nothing will be a worthy replacement of Kingda Ka. Like, the only thing that could possibly be one is I guess like the main important thing for me at least is that the ride has the presence that Kingda Ka had, because it was just had like, especially towards the end, just had a looming presence over the park. Like, that's what you want. You want to have like, it set Great Adventure's skyline apart from every other Six Flags park, besides like maybe Magic Mountain and Cedar Point. Like, those are the only two that looked remotely similar, because they had strata coasters too. Besides, I mean, I guess not Magic Mountain didn't really have a strata coaster, but Cedar Point did, and that's really, like, Top Thrill Dragster and Millennium Force are the ones that you can see from everywhere around. Like, those are the ones that, like, set the skyline, and that's what Kingda Ka was for this park. That's like the real tragedy. It got removed, or not really. The real tragedy is just that they didn't announce it. Like, I don't know what Cedar Fair was thinking. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to not announce it. I mean, I have, like, guesses that they didn't want to announce it because they just want to close it silently. Like, I tried to do a recreation of Kingda Ka in this game, but the problem is, like, to make it accurate without mods is such a pain. Even with mods, I did recreate it, and I accidentally made it too wide. I made it several, like, twice as wide as it should be. Maybe not that big, but, like, I made the track layout way too wide, and it looked wrong. So if I really want to do it, I'd have to do it again, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, you know, nothing you can do. I do actually have a blueprint of the tower coaster, which, you know, I'm not gonna use for that purpose. I might use it, I might not. Yeah, I might do it, I might not. I don't really know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just yapping at this point. Custom sport is really boring. You know, a B&M Hyper is not that bad at custom sport. It could be like a Gerstlauer. That's the whole reason I don't want to really do a Gerstlauer Infinity in this park, because holy crap, they are miserable to support. The Mock Machine Center probably took a month to custom support, or not really a month. I didn't play the game for a big amount of time doing that, or a huge amount of time doing that. Especially in that park. But then I came back and finished it, and it was probably my best coaster ever. I kind of want to do an Extreme Spinner again, because, like, it's such a cool ride system. Like, obviously, if I were to do it, it probably wouldn't be as insane as that layout, because that layout is just bonkers. That's the best way to put it. That layout is wild. But yeah. Ugh, I'm yawning every 2 seconds. I should not be this tired. I got up at 8. You know, 7.5 hours of sleep is plenty. I've only been up for 4.5 hours. Like, I should not be this tired. I don't know why I'm so dead, but yeah. Like, one minor problem I have with this coaster is that with the supports, the hair and turn just looks weird. I think I might have made it too wide again. Like, that's what I usually do. It probably is just way too wide. But, you know, like, what are you going to do? There's nothing I can do at this point. I'm not reprofiling the entire coaster just so I can fix that. I don't even know how I would do that. I'd probably have to go and just move everything closer from the mid-course on. Like, it'd be literally impossible to do it, to fix it. So we're just not going to worry about it. Yeah. What else is happening in the real coaster world? Can't really think of anything. I'm not really caught up with that anymore. There's now rumors of Millennium Force closing, which, you know, I kind of have PTSD from the last time we had that. We had the removing XXXYZ coaster is such an L decision tweet. I kind of have a little PTSD from that, because last time it turned out to be true. I don't think Millennium Force is going to get removed. I mean, it's Cedar Point. It's the flagship. They'll pour as much money as I can to that park. If they were going to remove anything, it'd be Top Thrill 2. I'm honestly wouldn't be surprised if they remove it next year. Like, I don't want them to, because it's sort of the last thing we had close to Kingda Ka. on the planet, besides like the other small accelerators. Like Storm Runner is probably the closest thing we have, besides Top Thrill 2. And I will always stand by it. King of the Hob was always better than Top Thrill Dragster. But, you know, that's just my opinion. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I haven't even ridden Top Thrill Dragster. But no, I just missed that ride. It was such a cool coaster. You know, I could just shove an Intamin Strata into this park, but I'm not gonna do that. I could just shove a King Ka clone. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. The Hammerhead turnaround just looks weird on this coaster. Like, it just looks wrong. And I did like determine that it was because by pausing the game right there that the supports weren't wide enough or spread out enough for that. So I did change that. It looks better. It doesn't look perfect, but it looks better. And I did change the colors, and it looks better now, I guess. But I don't know. I just want to like keep this most guests like away from the turnaround. Like typically, you don't find parks with hypercoasters that you go right up against the turnaround, especially B&Ms. Like some of them you do. Like what's one you do? I'm blanking. I can't. Raging Bull. That's one. I think. I was blanking there. But yeah, I don't know. Not the best designer for these. But you know, I'm okay. Yeah, so this is a very boring build. I hate Castorni. I did cut out the footers because that was like 5 minutes of work, 5 minutes of time lapse at 10 times speed, and nobody wants to see that. Like literally no one cares that I'm placing footers down. So I did remove that from the time lapse, and you know it helps this like be shorter because we still have a bunch of stuff to look at after. There's three updates worth of stuff. And yeah. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. There's only like 4 minutes left of this time lapse, so I will see you guys in a moment. Alright, B&M, we are back in our new park, and we have a brand new B&M Hyper for the skyline. So, I did recolor from the time lapse. It's now blue and yellow, like Nitro or Behemoth, but looks better because there's no pink rails. I don't mind Nitro's color scheme, but like, you know, it probably would look better if there's no pink rails, I'm gonna be honest. So, yeah. These are the train colors. I did just take them from the old colors for the coaster. I like these. It works perfectly. You know, it blends nice with the track. Stands out. You know, I think it looks cool. So yeah, you go up this lift hill. It's about 205 feet tall, I think. It's not a giant B&M Hyper, but it is pretty big. So yeah, then you go down into the drop, into a little turn like Nitro, where the ride for the camera is. And I think it's a beautiful ride. Like, then it goes up to this rear triangle hill, which I do wish it was a little faster, but like, you know, nothing I can do about it now. The coaster's already built. I'm not re-profiling it. Yeah, then you go into a Camelback Hill, and then a hammerhead turnaround, profiled on Nitros. So, yeah, the first few elements of the ride are literally just Nitro. But yeah, then we go into this turn, which is inspired by Raging Bull's turns, and then another one, which is also inspired by Raging Bull. This trim right here, I have to have a trim right here. It'd flow too fast if there's no trim. So yeah, then it drops down into that little ditch right here, and then into the mid-course, which probably could be a little bit longer, but I don't really care. Then you go into the drop on the mid-course, which is a good ejector in the back. Then this helix right here for a drop, which gets some good ejector right here. And then this hill, which just hurls you out of the train. Sort of like Goliath's ending hills with all the ejector. So yeah, this is a pretty realistic coaster. There's a few jolts, notably here, here, and here. I don't know why. There's really nothing to do about it. I've tried to smooth it out a bunch of times on the max settings. It looks fine off-ride, but on-ride is just like a random jolt. It might be because the mods are lagging, which I have deleted the RMC Raptor test mod and the Switch Tracks Unlimited mod. I'm thinking about deleting no track limits and this scaling mod too. Part of me just wants to like have a vanilla series as well. Like, I don't know. I like doing mods, but it makes the game cool. But you know, it kind of ruins I don't know, it just kind of ruins it for me. Like, I don't know why. Like, if they do add new coasters, I already said I'll immediately take off the mods, but I'm probably gonna take off the mods by myself anyway, so yeah, we'll see. So the ride, let's go over here. The queue line is this mess. It's 2 cattle pens and then there's a bunch of everywhere. I've decided to like try and make this a little more unique with layout, you know. Usually, like, you can see this, I literally just did this over here, and it's okay, but like, whatever. Then the exit goes right here. We're gonna have the maintenance shed right here. The ride photos will be literally right on the exit, so you cannot miss it. Which, these are our ride photos, you know. I do wish the Zero car was in it, but I tried and I couldn't get it, so yeah, it works. So right here we have our Sky Ride, which the queue is right here. I do actually like this. I've started using Taji 3D's blueprints to make it, the 90-degree angles, which are such a lifesaver. I did it with this entire one right here, and you can tell. You can tell that there's a bunch of stuff on this. So yeah, it looks really good. And I really found out that there's doors on the hammer swings. So in real life, so you could just go through this. Which actually, that's interesting, because I didn't think that would be a thing. But yeah, thank you for that right here. I don't think I'm going to do this episode. I might. We'll see. I know I'm going to have a sign right here, sort of like Canada's Wonderland has with Leviathan. And it'll just be a really cool thing. But yeah, we have the Sky Ride going over, but it just looks so good now. Like, you know, we're now like sort of like developing the park a little bit. I originally had this closer to the lake, and then I changed that, and I was like, wow, that like fixes every problem I had with this coaster. And now it goes towards the back of the park, which I think that's a better thing. There is gonna be like something over here, probably. but I don't know. But yeah, I think I do want to have. I'm actually gonna spoil something a little bit. I do want to have a rapids going through this plot, like inside the hyper. I think that'd be really cool. I could probably try and make that work. I could have it like go through the gap in the airtime hill, then like do its thing over here, then maybe go through this, go underneath the track right here, and do some stuff over here, then go back through, maybe like work its way through the track. Like, I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, so I don't know what style I'm going for here. It is going to be generic like this, but I don't know what exact style I'm going for. I think I'm going to try and like shake it up with the buildings a little bit and try and not make all of them identical like this. I'm thinking that this entrance area probably would have been built around the same time, so that's why all the buildings are the same. But usually that's not the case. Usually these coasters, like the Sky will be here years, like decades before the Hyper, and this Hammer's going to be here even after that. So yeah, I don't know what style I'm going to go for. I'm definitely not going to go to Nitro Station because that's really boring. I probably am not going to go that style. I don't really want to do the same thing over and over again. I'll get back to you on it, but I think I have somewhat of an idea. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna get to work now. Let's just get a good views to pan out on. I'm gonna get to work now, and I will see you guys in a moment. Alright, we made some progress on the area. I think it's time for an update. So, the station, maintenance shed, and the Skyway station are all done. This came together in the last like 20 minutes, so, you know. I saw a YouTube video from Playcoaster 1, and I just copied the Skyway station from it because I thought it looked good. I might recolor some of these wood planks just so I can just break it up a little bit, you know, make it look a little better. But you know, I like it. It works from basically like what I was big thing. I wanted to make sure it looked good from this angle, and I think it works. So yeah, now I did make a quick edit to the queue line for the hammer swing because it originally was up on the fence, but that is not safe. Like, that's a very close gap. Definitely not safe at all, so I decided to change it. Hold up, let's fix something real quick. Yeah, get rid of all that. No, just live edit that. There we go. Problem solved. I think I'm gonna put some planters right here along this, just so I can break it up a little bit, give it a little more safety, and sort of like how I did here. Just breaks it up, makes it look a little nicer. And yeah, but the Hyper Coaster station, this is inspired by Fury 325 station, loosely mixed with something I did in for the invert in the last park. Just like, I really like these beam roofs, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, it's basically the same roof. The only thing different is this. I really was going for like those like planks on the outside, but you can't really do that in Playcoaster 2 without it looking bad. Like, we had the Maker's Toolkit to do it in the first game. So what I did was I turned the metal pieces on its side, and from afar it looks sort of like what I was going for. And I like the metal as is. It looks good. So yeah, then we have these custom fences I made. It just looks better than the in-game fences. I'm not gonna lie. Just fits nicer. We have the maintenance shed. I'm not doing the inside because I don't want to. This burger guy will stay there forever now. Yeah, I don't want to do it. We have a door going here, we have two doors underneath the station as well. You just want to have that so you can get access underneath this, like where all the electrical stuff would be, you know, and how you would access the maintenance area. So really just walk underneath the transfer track. Yeah, then we have the ride photos, which works pretty well. You know, I have opened the park to guests. I just want people walking around, you know, doing things differently now. But yeah. The heck is going on with his face? Certainly a mustache. What? Oh no, that's his tongue. Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, I really like this Skyway station. It just like looks good, like especially from like things you see the sky right back here. I added footers on the lake as well. Just works, and I might have reprofiled a couple things in the coaster. Not too sure. I did also delete the mods, which, so I was like, you know what? I kind of feel bad that I'm using mods. I haven't done a vanilla park, you know. I was like, you know, we probably should do a vanilla series, and the mods aren't. I think they were lagging my game a little bit, driving me a little crazy. So I decided to delete them. The only thing actually it broke was the rocks here. So in this tree, but I just sunk that down. And it also like might have made these bigger. I don't really know. But other than that, nothing really changed with the mods being gone. So I'm perfectly fine with it. Yeah. So yeah, then the other thing I did was here. There's a fast pass queue. I don't like the fast pass system in this game. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna do this. This is what it would look like in real life. You just enter here and then go right up to join the queue right here. That's how it works in real life. That's how we're doing it here. But yeah, I also had a little bit of an issue right here during the station. Guests would get trapped right here. It's because I had a little barrier right under here, and it would cause the game to freak out. So, you know, just fix that. It took me so long to realize that that was the problem, because I thought the path wasn't wide enough. It was wide enough. There's plenty of room there. But yeah, so now I'm gonna work on this building. I think I am gonna do this. If I don't do this episode, I think I might do a family coaster here. Or probably a mock spinning coaster, if I do one. But I don't know. I kind of just want to leave this area empty as an expansion plot and just put. I know I want to put like a big restaurant right here. That's definitely happening, but I might put like a coaster behind it. I don't know though, probably not. Because the park does need like open space. Why is it so laggy over here? Why is it so laggy over here? I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna put a restaurant here. I might do a family coaster area behind it, but I don't know. I think I might just leave it open. So yeah, I will see you guys in a moment with the final update. Alright, people internet. Alright, people internet, we are done with this coaster, and I can't remember the last time I built a B&M Hyper in this game. I mean, I did that one build in Planka 1 that I just showed up randomly and did and disappeared again. But in a park, I think the last time was Zip like 3 years ago when I got the game originally. So, you know, and it was a Nitro inspired build. So, you know, like old habits die hard. So yeah, lighting work. This entire area is done. I literally expanded the plot and did this bit too. So, you know, we're done this area. So yeah, we have the first thing, our chief beef unit. So this is our restaurant. There's actually 2 restaurants here because I wanted to have this be a big restaurant. So like I said, I wanted it to be a giant restaurant. So I did a bunch of seating inside and a bunch of seating outside. And then I decided that I wanted it to be like a weird pad, just like really weird shape. And then I decided to put the scissor right up against it. This is the only way to get to the scissor, by the way. You have to go through this path. So I just wanted to feel like it was an afterthought. I just plopped in there because there was space. And yeah, it works. That's why the path is different too. So yeah, I think it actually looks good. The path makes it look really nice. Like it looks a little strange because everything else is the same path, but this is different. But I think it looks really good. I'm happy with it. So yeah, I wanted the scissor to feel like it was just plopped down there and forgotten. So I decided to make it look a little faded. I might make it fade the colors a little more just because it's probably an older ride, probably on its way out, just like the Boomerang. So, and I was saying, like in the previous segment where my siblings ruined it, this is like an absolute giant expansion plot, and you can make it bigger by removing the scissor and the boomerang. So like, but even if you don't, you still have a pretty big plot. You can just run a path through right here, put a new coaster in right there. It works. So yeah, and then I went over here and added in this top spin, which that's a really fast top spin. That is not safe. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, but you know, whatever. Yeah, so I just copied this from Pine Spark. You know, I'm just reusing assets where I can. You never saw me build this because I didn't build this and record it. You know, this was after I stopped editing videos and didn't want to upload. So there was 2 episodes that I didn't upload, and this was one of the. This was part of one of them. So yeah, it's literally just word for word blueprint of the the Pine Spark one. Just I added lights and changed the ending of the queue line and got rid of the curbs. So that's literally all I changed. It's very lazy, but it works. So yeah, then the hammer swing is done. It needs a name, so all these rising names besides the top spin and the skyway. So we have the skyway and we have Twister. So yeah, everything else needs a name though. So yeah, I really like putting these over the lakes. It looks really good. You know, I think every single time I've put them over a lake that I've used these in all 3 of my parks. So, you know, old habits die hard, but like, you know, whatever. Alright, not even dying. They're just coming back. So then we have our Justin Memento gift shopper here, which I've had guests in the park. I removed them all because it was lagging my game, and I would rather have 60 FPS. I still don't get 60 FPS. I get like 50, but that's because there's a lot of pieces in this park. I'm going into detail, but yeah, that's what we got. I might add some stuff. It feels a little bare bones, especially on the walls. Might add some pictures or something, but you know, I like it. I like these roofs too. They're made of aquatic windows, recolored, and a bunch of beams. So yeah, then we have the Skyway Station. It's done. It has lighting in it now. Very cool. And then what else did I do? We finished the Hyper Coaster. Basically just by adding a bunch of lights and stuff to the queue and to the catwalks. And this is the placeholder. I will do an actual sign when we get a name. So yeah, and I gotta like add something on. I was saying that this is the fast pass queue. I am gonna keep it. I think I'm gonna do that for all the rides because I still don't like the fast pass system in this game. No system will ever have you go straight up to the station. I don't know how you do it in the game, but you can, I guess. Yeah, so then we got this over here, which has light work, these 2 queue covers. You know, very similar to something I did in Pine Spark for the tilt coaster. But yeah, other than that, that is it. I have put a little more, a few more fences in. I don't know how I'm gonna fence off this, and I don't know how I'm gonna fence off this. That's why that's the only parts I haven't done yet. But I might also just go back because like you can get pretty close to the track. But you know, you probably don't need much. You're probably not. The path isn't gonna run that close. Yeah, I'm thinking next week we're gonna go down this way and do this part because I want to have the rapids up here. Probably have nothing in the middle or something. I don't really know what I'll have in the middle, but I want to have some coaster over here. I don't know. I don't really want this to be like a giant coaster. I've like tested it, like putting a tilt coaster there. The only problem is that we've already done a tilt coaster. I don't want to do another one. I don't feel that's very original. We've already done several, or we've already done one giant tilt coaster. Like I don't really want to do another one. But you know, that's not really the only coaster I can think of that would go right there. So yeah, this part's a little weird. It's like the back of the park, but the front of the park, it's very strange. My ideas for this, because the majority of the park's gonna be over here, so it's a very strange park layout. But I think I like it. So yeah, let me get a good ending shot. There we go. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching as always. You know, I probably would have abandoned this project if you guys didn't. That's crazy to say. I had to abandon the last project, but I don't know. you know, this episode the first episode got a lot of support, so thank you for that. I will see you guys in the next episode where we do the next coaster. So I'll see you guys then.